That bottle of shampoo in your shower might be destroying your hair from the inside out. What you think is hair care actually contains formaldehyde, the same chemical used to embalm corpses, sulfates so harsh they're used to degrease garage floors, and synthetic fragrances linked to cancer and hormonal disruptions. For seniors with sensitive skin, for families washing their children every night, it's not just a bad product, it's a chemical assault disguised as personal care. In this video, we're going to expose 7 shampoo brands you should never use, even if they've been in your bathroom for years. Stay until the end, because we'll also reveal the brands that are truly clean, proven, and worthy of your trust. Number 7. Pantene. The silicone that suffocates your scalp. For decades, Pantene has promised a professional shine, its golden bottles in bathrooms all over the world. But studies conducted between 2015 and 2019 revealed something troubling. Pantene contains dimethicone and cyclomethicone, heavy silicones that coat every strand. They create an immediate feeling of softness but don't rinse out completely. They build up layer after layer. After a few weeks, your hair is sealed, moisture no longer penetrates. Nutrients no longer reach the fiber, your hair suffocates under a layer of liquid plastic. The sweet scent you smell is made of phthalates, endocrine disruptors linked to fertility problems and developmental abnormalities in children. In some parts of the world, their regulation is strict. In many others, there's practically no control at all. In pregnant women, they cross the placental barrier. For children, it's poison disguised as care. A trichologist documented patients who lost 30% of their hair density after 2 years of using Pantene. When they switched products, regrowth resumed. Pantene also contains sodium lauryl sulfate, the same detergent used for industrial floors. It strips away natural oils. The skin compensates by producing more sebum. Result, you wash more often, you use more product. A perfect cycle for sales, catastrophic for your hair. Number 6. Herbal essences, the botanical scam, toxic fragrances disguised as nature. Those colorful bottles promising flowers and fruits, the scent hits you as soon as you open the bottle. It must be natural, right? Independent analyses have revealed the total absence of real botanical extracts in herbal essences. The aromas come from synthetic fragrances designed in a lab. That coconut never went near a coconut tree. Herbal essences contains methylisothiazolinone and methylchloroisothiazolinone, extremely harsh preservatives. In some countries, they've been banned in leave-in products due to the high risk of allergic sensitization. Residue remains on the scalp. Over time, severe contact dermatitis can develop. Cases have been documented where lesions required corticosteroids after only 3 months of use, with 6 months of healing. For children, these substances are particularly dangerous. Their skin absorption is higher than in adults. For the elderly, whose scalp is thinner, preservatives penetrate more easily. Number 5. Head and Shoulders, the antifungal that destroys your hair microbiome, the solution that created the problem it claims to solve. For decades, Head and Shoulders has been the automatic answer to dandruff, flakes, itching, and irritation. That blue bottle in millions of bathrooms, the brand synonymous with anti-dandruff treatment. But here is the truth they don't tell you. Head and Shoulders contains 1% zinc pyrithione, an effective antifungal agent. It kills the fungus responsible for dandruff. The problem is that it also kills everything else on your scalp. The beneficial bacteria that maintain balance, the natural oils that protect the skin, the lipid barrier that prevents infections. Zinc pyrithione doesn't differentiate. It destroys everything. Use it for a few weeks and your scalp becomes sterile, without natural protection, totally dependent on the shampoo to avoid flare-ups. Dermatologists have documented what they call the rebound effect. Patients use Head and Shoulders, the dandruff disappears, they stop the product, the dandruff comes back worse than before. Why? Because the shampoo has destroyed the scalp's microbiome. It can no longer defend itself. You have to keep using the product indefinitely. Perfect chemical dependency for recurring sales, disastrous for your hair health. Open a bottle of Head and Shoulders. That strong medical smell, almost like a hospital, is the zinc pyrithione mixed with fragrances to mask the chemical odor. The foam comes from sodium lauryl sulfate, the same industrial detergent that Pantene uses. It removes oils so aggressively that your scalp compensates by producing more. You wash more often, you use more products. Dandruff never really resolves because the shampoo maintains the imbalance. Head and Shoulders also contains dimethicone, which seals irritants against your scalp. Studies show that prolonged use of zinc pyrithione causes hair discoloration and progressive hair thinning. A trichologist studied 50 patients using Head and Shoulders daily for over 5 years. 80% showed significant thinning, 60% suffered from chronic inflammation. When they switched to gentle shampoos and treated dandruff with natural methods, 70% saw an improvement in 6 months. Head and Shoulders doesn't cure anything. It makes you dependent on a cycle that hurts more than it helps. Number 4. Tresemme, the carcinogenic formaldehyde. The lawsuits the brand hopes you'll forget. Tresemme positions itself as professional. Quality, salon results at an affordable price, elegant bottles promising professional hair. But a class action lawsuit revealed something scary. Tresemme Keratin Smooth and other lines contained formaldehyde and formaldehyde releasers. Formaldehyde is the chemical used to embalm corpses. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies it as a known human carcinogen, not probable, not possible, known. It causes cancer. Studies link it to leukemia and nasopharyngeal cancer. Workers regularly exposed show higher rates. Tresemme put it in a shampoo used daily by millions of people. The class action alleged that users developed hair loss, scalp burns, skin lesions, and respiratory problems. Some women lost 30% of their hair, others developed open sores on their scalp. Parents washed their teenagers with this product for years. Young girls lost clumps of hair and developed painful rashes. Some required medical attention. The manufacturer's response was minimal. Some products were reformulated, labels changed, but guilt was never admitted. No massive recall was ever issued. They simply waited for the matter to be forgotten. Many Tresemme products still contain formaldehyde releases like DMDM hydantoin, diazolidinyl urea, and imidazolidinyl urea. These substances release formaldehyde slowly when heated, like during a hot shower. The steam you breathe in contains formaldehyde. The open pores of your scalp absorb it. Every shower is cumulative exposure to a known carcinogen. For people with asthma or respiratory allergies, the steam can trigger attacks. For children with developing systems, exposure is particularly dangerous. For pregnant women, formaldehyde crosses the placenta. Animal studies show birth defects. The Keratin Smooth line promises smooth, frizz-free hair. What it actually delivers is exposure to carcinogenic substances. Number 3. Suave, the low-price deception. Sulfates that destroy proteins. Suave is the champion of budget shampoos. Large bottles, pleasant scents, promises of softness and shine. For families on tight budgets, it seems like the smart choice, but the numbers don't add up. A quality shampoo costs between 5 and 8 euros just for basic ingredients. Suave sells the finished product for a pittance. Where is the profit margin? There isn't one, unless you use the cheapest and most harmful ingredients possible. Suave contains ammonium lauryl sulfate, even more aggressive than sodium lauryl sulfate. It breaks down hair proteins at a molecular level. Your hair is 90% keratin, the structural protein that gives it its strength. Ammonium lauryl sulfate literally dissolves this protein, strand by strand, wash after wash. Open a bottle of Suave. The scent is sweet and artificial. This cheap synthetic fragrance is designed to mask the smell of chemicals. The consistency is too thin, too watery. It's diluted with water to cut costs. Fewer real active ingredients, more filler. The lather appears immediately, abundant, excessive. It's not a sign of cleanliness, it's proof of maximum concentration sulfate. Hair comes out dull, tangled, stripped of its natural oils. That's why Suave also sells a conditioner separately. The shampoo destroys so much that you need another product to repair the damage. Perfect sales cycle. Suave also uses sodium chloride, ordinary table salt. In a shampoo, it serves as a cheap thickener. It makes the product feel thicker, but salt severely dries out the scalp. It causes flakes, itching, chronic irritation. The ingredients are so harsh that dermatologists report cases of chemical-induced alopecia. Hair weakens so much at the root that it falls out with a simple brush stroke. A study showed that Suave users had up to 40% less tensile strength. Hair breaks 4 times more easily. For children, it causes severe eye irritation. For the elderly, it accelerates hair loss. The paltry price seems like a saving. The real cost is paid in dissolved proteins and cumulative damage. Number 2, Sedal. The broken promise. The same chemicals banned in Europe. Sedal is Unilever's champion in certain markets. Its bottles in supermarkets, promises of hydration and shine, campaigns with women with perfect hair, affordable prices that make you feel like you're getting a good deal without sacrificing quality. Total lie. Sedal contains exactly the same problematic ingredients as Head & Shoulders, Pantene, and Suave combined. Maximum concentration sodium lauryl sulfate, dimethicones that seal hair under plastic, synthetic fragrances loaded with phthalates, preservatives that cause allergies. But what makes Sedal particularly problematic is the double standard. Unilever adapts its formulations according to each country's regulations. In countries where laws are stricter, Sedal is sold with cleaner formulations. In markets where regulations are lax, they use the cheapest and most toxic ingredients allowed. Same name, same bottle, but an entirely different formula. Consumers in certain markets receive inferior versions of the product. A comparative analysis revealed that Sedal, sold in some countries, contained nearly double the sulfate compared to the version sold in Europe. The preservatives used in these versions have been banned in the European Union since 2015. Sedal knew it. They did it anyway because they could, because regulations allowed it, and because consumers didn't know. Sedal also uses PEG compounds, which is modified polyethylene glycol. The problem is that these compounds are frequently contaminated with 1,4-dioxane. 1,4-dioxane is a probable human carcinogen. It forms as a byproduct during the manufacturing process. It's not listed on labels because technically it's not an added ingredient, it's a contaminant. Studies find 1,4-dioxane in up to 40% of products containing PEGs. Sedal never publishes any data on contamination. For families who buy Sedal because it's what they can afford, they pay with their health. The same multinational that sells cleaner products in some countries sells toxic versions elsewhere because it can, because laws allow it, and because it bets you'll never know. And finally, number 1, Clear Men, the men's anti-dandruff shampoo, the perfect combination of everything we've just laid out. Clear Men represents the worst of everything we've described, concentrated into a single bottle. Aggressive marketing targeting men, promises to eliminate dandruff, strength, virility, and black and silver bottles that scream testosterone. What they actually contain is a literal chemical bomb. Clear Men contains zinc pyrithione, just like Head & Shoulders. It destroys the scalp's microbiome and creates a dependency on the product. It contains ammonium lauryl sulfate, just like Suave. It dissolves hair proteins and weakens the follicles. It contains dimethicone, just like Pantene. It seals the scalp under liquid plastic. It contains synthetic fragrances like herbal essence loaded with phthalates that disrupt hormones. It contains harsh preservatives, methylisothiazolinone, at concentrations that cause dermatitis. And to top it all off, Clear Men adds menthol, lots of menthol. Why? Because men associate that burning fresh sensation with a deep clean. Menthol doesn't clean anything. It simply tricks your nerves into feeling freshness while the chemicals do their work. Open Clear Men and the smell hits you immediately. A synthetic menthol mixed with an aggressive, almost medicinal masculine fragrance. Apply it and feel the immediate burn. Many men interpret it as a sign of effectiveness. It's pure chemical irritation, the scalp reacting to several simultaneous aggressors. The lather is abundant, white and dense. It's the result of sulfates at maximum concentration. Clear Men also contains zinc pyrithione at 1.5%, more concentrated than Head & Shoulders, more aggressive, more destructive to the scalp's ecosystem. Health authorities in many countries allow these levels but don't require companies to warn about long-term risks. Unilever knows that men tend not to check the ingredients. They buy based on marketing, promises of virility, the idea that stronger is better. Clear exploits these biases. It delivers the most toxic shampoo on the market, disguised as a masculine solution. For men with short hair who shower daily, Clear Men causes accelerated damage. Daily use leads to a perpetually irritated scalp, constantly stressed follicles, and premature thinning. Many attribute this loss to genetics. It can indeed be, but Clear Men dramatically accelerates this process. A dermatologist documented cases of accelerated androgenetic alopecia in Clear Men users. When they switched to mild shampoos, the loss slowed down significantly. For athletes who shower several times a day, Clear Men is particularly destructive. 2 daily showers are equivalent to extreme chemical exposure. The scalp never has time to recover. Clear Men combines every toxic element we've exposed: zinc pyrithione, which creates dependency, sulfates that dissolve proteins, silicones that seal in damage, phthalates that disrupt hormones, and preservatives that cause allergies. All wrapped in aggressive masculine marketing that convinces men that pain is synonymous with effectiveness. That's not the case. It's damage sold as care. Now go to your bathroom. Count how many of these 7 brands are in your shower. 2 brands prove that shampoo can be healthy when companies care more about ingredients than profits. First safe option, Shea Moisture, real ingredients without harmful chemicals. Shea Moisture proves it's possible to make a real shampoo when health is prioritized over marketing. This brand started in 1912, a woman selling shea butter at local markets. More than a century later, the company remains true to its origins. Natural ingredients, total transparency without harmful chemicals. What's most important is that Shea Moisture is certified sulfate-free. Without sodium lauryl sulfate, without ammonium lauryl sulfate, without any harsh sulfates. They use gentle cleansing agents derived from coconut. They clean without destroying hair proteins, without dimethicone, without heavy silicones that seal the scalp. They use ingredients that truly hydrate: coconut oil, shea butter, argan oil, without synthetic fragrances loaded with phthalates. They use natural essential oils. You can feel the difference. Open a bottle of Shea Moisture coconut and hibiscus. The aroma is different, softer, more natural. It smells like real coconut because it contains real coconut oil. Apply it and notice the creamier texture, less foamy than sulfate shampoos. That's normal. Excessive foam comes from harsh detergents. A real cleaning doesn't require mountains of foam. Feel the difference. The hair doesn't come out dull. You don't need large amounts of conditioner to repair damage because there's no damage to repair. Shea Moisture is also paraben-free, methylisothiazolinone-free, without preservatives that cause allergies. The ingredient list is readable and recognizable: water, oil, plant extracts, vitamins. For people with curly or textured hair, Shea Moisture is particularly beneficial. Sulfates are devastating for curly hair. They strip away natural moisture and cause uncontrollable frizz. Shea Moisture maintains hydration and defines curls naturally. For children with sensitive scalps, it's gentle enough for daily use. For seniors with fragile hair, it doesn't worsen hair loss. Admittedly, Shea Moisture costs more. You can find it in natural product specialty shops, some premium pharmacies, or on online platforms. But you're paying for real ingredients, organic coconut oil, fair trade shea butter. You're not paying for deceptive marketing. A real shampoo for real results. Second safe option, Jason Natural. 65 years of making clean shampoos. Jason Natural has been making clean shampoos since long before the word natural became a trend. 1959. 65 years of commitment to safe ingredients, sulfate-free, paraben-free, phthalate-free, synthetic fragrance-free, artificial color-free, without anything we just laid out. Jason uses plant proteins to clean, derived from quinoa, wheat, and organic soy. It cleanses gently without altering the hair structure. They use botanical oils to hydrate: jojoba, sunflower, grapeseed, real absorption, not a plastic coating. The dandruff relief line uses salicylic acid extracted from willow bark. It treats dandruff naturally, without zinc pyrithione, which destroys the microbiome, without creating chemical dependency. Open Jason Tea Tree Oil Therapy. The smell is strong, but it's real tea tree essential oil, not synthetic menthol. Apply it and feel the difference. It cleans without burning or irritating. The scalp feels refreshed, not attacked. Rinse and the hair has body, a natural texture. You don't need layers of silicone to fake softness. For people suffering from eczema or psoriasis, Jason is gentle enough. Dermatologists recommend it for weakened scalps. For families looking for safe options for everyone, Jason is just as good for kids as it is for adults. For vegans, Jason is certified cruelty-free, with no animal-derived ingredients and no animal testing. Jason is available in health food stores, some pharmacies, and online sites at prices comparable to toxic brands like Pantene, but without the damage or the deception. Just a shampoo that truly cleans without destroying. So, from suffocating silicones to carcinogenic formaldehydes, from natural marketing hiding chemicals to chemical dependency disguised as treatment, we've exposed what's really in these bottles. The truth is, most shampoos aren't hair care. They're harmful products sold with clever advertising, but real alternatives do exist. Shea Moisture proves you can make a clean shampoo at a reasonable price. Jason Natural proves that traditional methods still work. Go to your bathroom right now. Pick up every bottle, read the ingredient list. Do you see sodium or ammonium lauryl sulfate, dimethicone, or fragrance in the first 5 ingredients? DM-hydantoin, methylisothiazolinone? Toss it. Don't finish it. Your hair isn't worth the savings. Replace it with shampoos having fewer than 15 ingredients that you recognize. Natural oils, plant extracts, sulfate-free, silicone-free, no synthetic fragrance. Your hair will see the difference in a few weeks. Better texture, less shedding, stronger regrowth. The goal isn't to never wash your hair. The goal is to wash it with something that's actually a shampoo, not chemical foam.